So I just recently ordered some Methylene Blue, and I got it from Troscriptions, as you can see right here. I think I kind of first heard about them through a friend of mine. He mentioned it on Facebook several months ago. I was asking my friends if they had heard of Methylene Blue, if they'd taken it, what their experience was. Nobody really said anything except my friend Steve, and he mentioned this company. But then I heard it again through Mind Pump. And, well, I trust those guys and decided to go through them. And I found out, hey, it's the same thing my friend recommended back in April. But anyway, yeah, so these are in troches, I think it's how it's pronounced. What that is, I'll show you in a minute. It's kind of like a lozenge, like you just put it in your mouth and it will dissolve. But yeah, here's some information about it. It was like, what, $30, something like that. You get it a little cheaper. I used the code. I just typed in Mind Pump. So what's interesting about that is from the podcast, several days ago, they had it in there. They're advertising that for them. Or no, I think I just went to their partners page, Mind Pump Partners, and then I found it that way. And then they didn't like bring me to something with a discount right away. So I'm like, okay, I don't know what their discount code is. I'll just type in Mind Pump and see what happens. And hey, I got like a 10% discount. But it was still like, I don't know, $30-ish with shipping and handling, all that stuff. They deliver it from the Chicago area, so I got it pretty fast. I went for the cheapest shipping option, but I live in Manitowoc, Wisconsin, so it's not too far away. Anyways, so yeah, if you've been reading this information here, I'm trying to keep my phone as still as possible. Let me just show you what it looks like first, what a troche is. Now, I haven't taken one yet. I'll explain why in a moment. This thing is a little bit hard to open. Here, let me just hold my phone right here. I just got done with work. And I live on my route, so I get to deliver it to myself, basically. I saw it come in this morning. You gotta like squeeze these sides here and really pull at it. Okay. So you don't get a lot, I'll admit that. You get, let's see, 16 of these. Well, 4 of them, but you can break them up into 16s. Like 16s, whatever. By the way, I'm super tired today. I had like maybe 5 hours of sleep last night. I found, this is another video I could get into, but taking high amounts of creatine monohydrate really offsets the negative effects of lack of sleep. Lots of research and people that talk about that, but yeah, you can just look for it yourself. But anyway, not here to talk about that. So you can break these up and take one at a time of the 4. It has 16 milligrams of Methylene Blue per troche. But again, you can break it up, which is what I'm going to do for the first time. I'm just going to take a small dose of it. My intention is to only take it maybe as needed, probably not every day, just because, again, the cost. You can get it for cheaper if you take the liquid form from other companies, but I trust these guys and, a whole bunch of other reasons. But I'll just take it as needed, or maybe I'll just kind of run through it, take one a day until a certain amount of time. I've been watching a video or listening to a video, still not done with it yet, from Thomas DeLauer, however you pronounce his name. He had a guy on there who's from this company, but he talks about how you can like taper off of it or lower the dosage after a while once you get your mitochondria revved up, basically. Yeah, so you can see the directions there. You can swallow it if you want. Now, it will stain your mouth a little bit, or a lot of it, depending on like how much you move it around in your mouth. You put it basically between, it says here, upper cheek and gums. Allow for it to fully dissolve. This will turn your mouth blue, but works faster. And then you can swallow it in an empty stomach if you want, but it gets into your system faster. I want to try it that way. It will work in about 15-20 minutes if you're using it as a troche. Now, everyone's experience with this is different. So I don't know what to expect. Now, why am I taking this? So I'm always intrigued about trying something new. I've tried many different things out there over the years. Some things I don't even hear about anymore. Some things maybe you do. Some things that are even considered maybe a little bit dangerous. But I've tried a lot of things. I'm always interested in increasing my health and experimenting and all that. Now with this, what do I want from it? So there's longevity aspects of it. I'm really intrigued by the mitochondria aspect of it. I think the biggest thing for me, though, is just the mental focus. I also heard it could be great for a pre-workout, which I'm very curious to try for. And I might take it like a pre-workout, like a pre-workout powder. So I'm not taking it necessarily every single day, but if I just want that extra oomph, that extra bump of energy, maybe I could consider this. Let's see. Now, this morning when I opened this up for the first time, I was very curious, like, how does it taste? and by the way, I'm very strange that way. If I ever take like a new supplement, so I will sometimes open up the capsule and I'll just kind of like taste it, just a little bit, put a little bit of a powder on my finger and lick it. I don't know why I'm weird that way. But anyway, so I licked this one right here. You can kind of tell just very slightly, and you could tell like the blue stuff was getting on my fingers. On these two fingers right here, you can't really see it now. Probably not at all. I've washed my hands several times since then, but it kind of stained my tongue just a little bit, and I was surprised like how much came off. Like I wasn't like expecting that. Like I didn't know, like, was this like a gummy thing? Like what is a choky like exactly? So it seems like it might dissolve kind of fast. Now the guy said on the Thomas DeLauer YouTube channel that it could take like, it was either that channel or different channels, watching another video too before that from somebody else from this company talking about it. I can't remember what I was watching it on, but oh man, what was it? It was good though. Lots of good information, but it could take like 10-15 minutes. You just got to park it in the right spot in your mouth. Don't move it around. Don't do a lot of talking, and that will limit how much blueness gets on your tongue. I'm not concerned about the blueness on my tongue just yet. I'm just more curious about how this is going to affect me. So why am I not taking it just yet? Well, first of all, you want to take it in the morning. That's more advisable. Some people would take like one of these quarters in the morning and then one in the afternoon. I think that's what one of the guys do from this company. I might just take one each day until this pack is through. Maybe I'll order another one and take it more intermittently. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. But yeah, so it's kind of late in the day. It's like almost 5 o'clock right now. I just got done with work like what I said. Waiting for my daughter to get done. She's right across the street over there. I work right over there at the post office. But she's taking her driving test right now. Driving class. Today is her not official last day, but taking a test today, and then they have a speaker coming in on Wednesday for the final thing, whatever they do. But yeah, I can't wait to see how she scores. I know she's going to do well. I just can't wait to hear back from her. But I got like an hour and something yet. So anyway, yeah, it's kind of late in the day to take this, but another reason. Now, something I have not admitted to on this channel. I mean, granted, I don't upload a whole bunch anyway and talk about my personal life all that much on here, but I have been dealing with some kind of depression and anxiety issues recently in the last several months. Now, I've always struggled with anxiety, but some depression was starting to creep in there as well. Not really sure why. I'm sure sleep has a lot to do with it because my sleep sucks, like really bad. But again, not as fix it all, but creatine monohydrate. I got some in my water bottle right now. Mix as well. Bulk supplements. Just get a whole bunch of it. That really kind of offsets the negative effects, like I said. But my sleep is horrible, like really bad, and that could be part of the reason. But I went on the prescription for an anxiety drug. It's basically a generic name for Zoloft. I think it's sertraline or something like that. But I was on a very low dose, only 25 milligrams. They wanted to bump me up to 75. I tried 50. It was kind of bothering me a little bit, so I went back down to 25. Now, my body reacts like a lot to medications. I've never really been medicated my entire life. Like, it's very rare, besides like maybe antibiotic if I needed one sometime in the past or whatever, but I've never really been medicated for anything. Other than, once in a while, anxiety medication. But I would never really be on that for a super long term. But what's the deal with that? Now, you can get, if you take this with that medication, there's other negative interactions or things you want to know about, but specifically with an SSRI, like a Zoloft or whatever, antidepressant, if it increases serotonin, you got to be careful because mixing it with this can cause serotonin syndrome, which can be deadly. Now, granted, that's probably rare, and I was taking a very low dose of the medication, And I've been off of it now for 4-5 days, something like that. They say that you should have like a 14-day washout period until like it's like out of your system or whatever. But I think I'm probably good. I'm only going to be taking the very low dose of this stuff anyway as well. I mean, some people take much higher. Now, according to what the guy said from this company, he's like, oh, if you take a lower dose, there's can still be a lot of benefit. Probably especially if you take it in the troche form, because it gets into your system probably more efficiently or whatever. And I've been reading a lot of comments of Methylene Blue, not necessarily this form, the troche form, whatever, just people taking it in general from various videos over, however long I've been looking at this, considering Methylene Blue. But yeah, a lot of people have talked about having more focus and being very sharp and just that mental aspect of it. Again, I'm very curious about that. I feel like my thinking power, for lack of a better word, has been limited recently. And I think one way how I might test this out, at least this just kind of randomly comes in my mind. I play chess. I'm not great at it or anything, just something fun to do with the kids. And for some reason, like, I used to be able to do much better thinking many moves ahead in chess. But now it's like I don't even really think any moves ahead. Maybe I don't know if I just got into that system because when I'm playing against my kids, they're not great. So I don't want to be on the hard mode. I want to be on like medium to easy or whatever. Maybe I just got so used to that and I just kind of lost that ability. But I don't know, it's really hard. My thinking power, again, that's a better word for it, has been decreased, and sleep, I'm sure, has a lot to do with that. But anyway, whatever. So I just want to see, like, maybe that would be kind of the standard. Like, if I'll play chess after I take my first one, maybe I'll play chess. Now, I work every day this week, so I don't know how that's going to work out if I want to take this in the morning, especially because I don't wake up that early. But I don't know, maybe I'll take one at nighttime. Maybe tonight, I don't know. I was thinking of filming it, but I don't know. I want to take my first one with my daughter. Not like her taking it too, but like, because she's really worried about me because of the whole serotonin syndrome thing. She's like the most worried about it. But yeah, she'll probably want to be by me, make sure nothing happens. Anyway, let me read some of this right here. So yeah, 15-20 minutes. Just Blue will penetrate your brain, brighten your focus, decrease inflammation, and I can't even say that word. I'm so tired. It'll boost your energy and productivity. If swallowed, onset may take up to 90 minutes. So yeah, that's the difference between just swallowing it and then putting it in your cheek and having it dissolve that way. So yeah, not really much else to talk about outside of just check out the research on this, the different videos, and granted, the one from Thomas DeLauer is from a company that I'm sure they get money from, for lack of or just a quick way to say it. So there's gonna be a little bit of bias, but I trust the guy, I trust the company, and just do whatever research on it. Sounds legit. Can't wait to try it. Again, I'm just gonna do 4 milligrams a day probably for a while, or maybe every other day, just because of the expense of it. I don't know. You can save money with this company if you order like every or have like a automatic shipment thing every month or whatever. I think maybe you can set the time when you want to be automatically shipped. I don't remember that. I think it was like 10, 20, or 30 days, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, still, I mean, it can be a little expensive. But if it really helps you, then it can be worth it. I mean, let's just say it's like $25 for each pack, and if you get the discount automated thing, and it's 3 times a month you go through a pack or whatever, that's $75. Well, may not be too bad if you spend a lot of money elsewhere on things that can damage your health. So you just gotta think things through. It's not the only thing that I want to do is just this, and improve my other things like get more sleep or whatever. But if I just take one a day, every other day, or before an event where I need my brain more, or before a workout, and it can contribute, however small, to longevity, hey, awesome. Let's rev up my metabolism a little bit, my metabolic system, mitochondria, whatever, and see how that affects things. So yeah, research is interesting. What people report is also pretty interesting. So I can't wait. Yeah, if you guys have anyone out there, anyone's ever taken this, let me know what your experience has been. Not just talking about this brand, just any brand, whatever. How have you handled it? What did it do for you? How long did it take you to notice any changes or whatever? Just anything. Tell me anything about it. And lastly, I know with this company, I haven't looked into it much. I just know that they do have other, what's the word I'm looking for? I need to take one of these so I can think better. Hey, maybe you might notice that if I start taking this stuff, my videos will be a lot better. But other like combinations of ingredients. So they have like the methylene blue, but then they'll have other stuff. I think one of them is nicotine. Some people find benefit with taking nicotine. And some other stuff. I want to say carnitine might be another one, or maybe it was something with the letter T. I can't remember. My brain is kind of fried right now. I need to take a nap or something. But yeah, hey, I'm excited. So yeah, tell me your experience. They have other products too that's related to this one, methylene blue, and some other stuff for brain focusing power or whatever. Check it out. I know I didn't really look at it. I just wanted this, just the blue. That's why this is called Just Blue. So I can't wait.